YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant analysis on Victor Wembanyama getting the big 5-0. And it was in a victory too. And it was good to see because I'm a guy that wants to see Victor Wembanyama succeed. And I like the way they're coached and I like the way they play the game and I like the way they're learning each other and still trying to go through that rough patch, and they was able to go through it but not play the blame game and be men and be accountable and try to find ways to be better and find ways to play better together. And that's the Spurs brand of basketball. It's not an individual that's going to get us there. It's going to be the team playing together and defending at a high level, communicating at a high level, and not making as many errors and valuing possessions. That's why they have been such a championship culture. And you can still see a lot of that still exists and it's still in the veins of a lot of these younger players. They smarter and wiser and beyond their age because of that reason. This is what they teach. This is how they teach it, and they're showing you even in the modern era, you can still win games with the Spurs type of basketball. And it took them some time. Now they're 500, and now we can actually just talk about how they was able to beat some teams that they should beat, and that's a tough thing to do. But it just shows you how hard the NBA has always been. But they was able to score 139 points. They couldn't really stop the Wizards either, but they did it enough to be able to win the game. They're 6-6 now. They're also 5-2 at home. And the Wizards, they fall to 2-8, and they're 1-4 away from their arena. And they ended up getting off to a decent start with the Spurs. The Spurs only was able to outscore them by 1 point, 32-31 in the first quarter. The Wizards made that up in the second quarter with a 36-35 second quarter. The Spurs got hot, especially Wemby in that third quarter. They fed off of it as a team and had a 41-24 third quarter. And ultimately, the Wizards did everything they could in the fourth quarter. They just didn't have enough time and they just couldn't get enough stops. And they ultimately lose it 39-30. Well, they win the quarter 39-34, 39-31, but they end up losing the game 139-130. And Alexandre Sarr had 12 points, minus 17, and plus minus two personal fouls, two turnovers, one block, one steal, two assists, one offensive rebound, 0 of 5 from the 3-point line, 6 of 14 from the field. And it's just good to see what he's trying to do. He's just having so many mental mistakes and so many mental problems on the court as a young player trying to find his groove and find his niche and find what his game is. Didn't really rebound the ball well. Shot too many threes for my liking. He's a guy that can score in the paint because he's quick and he's fast. But he also is a guy that can be solid defensively, being a deflector, being a stripper, being a guy that can help and rotate and even catch it slipping sometimes. But his game is just so inconsistent. 1 minute he's rebounding well, then he can't score. Now he's scoring a little bit better. Now he can't rebound, and his defense is not as good as people think. We know he's going to get blocks, but he gets scored on very easily. He's in the paint. We knew that he wasn't big and strong enough. He was long enough. He was tall enough, but he didn't have the size and the strength to stop a lot of centers in the NBA from posting them up and scoring with their back to the basket or just going straight at him. A lot of people go straight at Sarr, even though they know he's a shot blocker, because they know they can just bump him or get into his chest and score anyway. And I think that that's something that they even do to Wembanyama, sometimes too. And they was even able to do that a little bit in this game. So it's going to be interesting to see if Alex are going to be a starter or is it just going to be an experiment that fails? Like, this was a guy you picked at number 2. You have high promise. You have high praise for the guy. You thought that he can be a difference maker, especially in the future as he continues to try to learn. But we know those type of things have expiration dates, and nowadays teams are easier on moving on from guys or getting rid of guys early. And it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do with Sarr, because he is a guy that can be a double-double and a great defender, but look how much years you're going to have to invest in that. And he looks far away from even being the starter, but this is the best that they have, and they have to try to find a way to help him gain some experience so that way he can continue to learn and can continue to possibly be a great player. He has some good things about him, like every other player in the league. We just gotta see, can we get the greatness out of him as a team is what the Wizards should be thinking, the fans should be thinking. But right now, he's just way too inconsistent on what he is and what he's trying to do as a player on the basketball court. Kyle Kuzma, 10 points, minus 21 and plus minus, four personal fouls. He had six turnovers, one block, two assists, six rebounds. One of was offensive. Out of that, two of six from the 3 point line, four of nine from the field. Jordan Poole, he had 42 points. It just wasn't enough. Minus six and plus minus. He did have five personal fouls, two, three turnovers, two steals, six assists, two rebounds, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He was 6 of 9 from three. He was on, and he was 15 of 22 from the field. Kalabali, 6 points, negative 10 and plus minus, one personal foul, one block. He had three assists, eight rebounds. One of them was offensive, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from the field. And then Bub Carrington, Carlton Carrington, he had 13 points, minus 20 and plus minus, four personal fouls. He did have six turnovers, two, but he had five assists, five rebounds, and 3 of 8 from the 3 point line, 5 of 11 from the field. He's one of the best rookies in the league right now. He has some expectations, and he's living up to some of them. You just want to see him score a little bit better. Not saying this game, just in general, and insert himself a little bit more because the guy can play and he is a decent player so far already as a guy that they're relying on. Keyshawn George, he had 12 points, plus seven and plus minus, three personal fouls, two steals, five assists. He also had three rebounds. Two of those were offensive rebounds. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 6 from three, 4 of 10 from the field. Corey Kispert continues to have a decent season. 19 points, plus nine and plus minus, one personal foul, two assists, two rebounds. One was offensive, 5 of 9 from three, 7 of 12 from the field. And Champagny, um, he had 0 points, plus five and plus minus. He didn't really do much because he only played a minute. And Jonas Valanciunas came in 22 minutes, 6 of 12 from the field, 0 of 1 from three, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did have 13 rebounds, five of them was offensive, two assists, two blocks, one turnover, three personal fouls, plus eight and plus minus. He did have 16 points, so a double double for him, 16 and 13. The rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision: 49 of 95, 51% from the field, 18 40 44. 40% from three, and 14 of 16, 87% from the free throw line. They had 41 rebounds, 27 assists, five steals, five blocks, 18 turnovers, 23 personal fouls, and 130 points. And then you look at the San Antonio Spurs, Julian Champagny, 12 points, plus 17 and plus minus, one personal foul, one steal, two assists, five rebounds. He was 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 of 7 from three, 3 of 8 from the field. Barrison, Barnes got to double figures, 10 points, plus 19 and plus minus, two personal fouls, one block, two assists, seven rebounds. Two of them was offensive, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from three, 2 of 5 from the field. Victor Wembanyama with the monster game. He didn't rebound that much because he didn't really miss that much tonight in a joking way. 50 points, plus 13 and plus minus, three personal fouls, one turnover, three blocks. He did have one steal, two assists, six rebounds. One of them was offensive, 6 of 9 from the free throw line, 8 of 16 from the 3 point line, which is ridiculous. 18 of 29 from the field. CP3, Chris Paul, 9 points, plus 24 and plus minus, one personal foul, one turnover, three steals. He had 11 assists, close to a double double by 1 point. Three rebounds, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from three, 3 of 7 from the field. Stephon Castle, a lot of people have been hyping him up and thinking he's really good, and he's been decent as a starter. 10 points, plus 11 and plus minus, two personal fouls, two turnovers, one block, five assists, one rebound, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, 3 of 6 from the field. And Zach Collins, 5 points, -4 and plus minus, two personal fouls, six assists, seven rebounds. Two of them was offensive, 1 of 2 from the 3 point line, 2 of 5 from the field. Keldon Johnson continues to have a fabulous season. 8 points, -4 and plus minus, three personal fouls. He had one block, three assists, six rebounds, three of them was offensive. Out of that, 1 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 2 from three, 3 of 7 from the field. Devin Vassell, 17 points, -18 and plus minus, three personal fouls, one block, one steal, three assists, two rebounds, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 1 of 8 from three, 5 of 14 from the field. And Malachi Brannon, it's good to see him back healthy and on the court. 8 points, -22 and plus minus, one turnover, two assists, one rebound, all one from the 3 point line, 4 of 6 from the field. Blake Wesley, 10 points, +9 and plus minus, one personal foul, one turnover, one steal, two assists, one rebound, 5 of 5 from the field, no free throws. And the rest of the guys did not play. Coach's decision: they shot 48 of 92, 52% as a team, 18 of 44 from three, that's 40%, 25 of 32, that's 78% from the free throw line, 39 rebounds, 38 assists, which is absolutely amazing. 7 steals, 7 blocks. The Wizards only had 5 and 5, so they outblocked them, out stole them. Turnovers, they had only 9, so they didn't give the Wizards too many times to get transition easy baskets from turning the ball over and that lead into it. And they only had 15 personal fouls, 8 less than the Wizards, I believe. So that's really good to see that the Spurs are still trying to play mature, smart, young, fun, still learning curve basketball. It's hard to do all of that. That's why you put the veterans in there to help simplify the game and minimalistic side, make the game more minimalistic for the players. I would just do this and that. You don't really have to worry about that or that because I hold that down or I cover for you type of basketball, and that's what they need. And that's why we look at the Spurs as a team that could be in a play-in tournament because they haven't got worse, based off last year. They got significantly better with the additions that they had on his roster. And now Victor is getting his comfort zone and he's starting to believe in his jumper. He's starting to believe in his game and he's still mixing it up enough to be a tough cover. You can't really guard him anyway because he's just so long and so tall that he can always figure out how to use his body and his touch to his advantage. And it's just an advantage that nobody really has on him because he's the tallest player in the league, I believe. So that's going to always be something that he's going to have every day on the court. Now, how do you use it to the best of your ability? How do you get the most out of your body and out of your length and out of your size is the question that we all going to have for Victor until he becomes that superstar player. He has a lot of talk. He has a lot of people that's pushing him, and he has a lot of people that believe in him, obviously, and he has a whole state that believes in him at this point. Now he has just to continue to put in the work, and that's something I don't question because I see the results in the last 2 games that he's hearing it. He knowing that he got to do better. He knowing that he got to play better, and he know that he can, and he's willing to put in the work to do that. And that's what makes the great players great. That's what makes them stand out. That's why we call them superstars because you ain't settling, you ain't comfortable, you're not happy when you're not playing your best and you're not dominant. And that's why those players usually get to that point in their career where we see it on a nightly basis because that's their standard and they don't want to go under that because they don't believe in that type of mentality. And that's what separates them mostly from the rest most of the time. And Wemby has that, and he has something that nobody can take away from him, which is his body. And he's knowing he's using that height and that length advantage. And most teams going to say, well, you can have that three. That's the toughest shot in the game is a 3-point shot because it's the furthest away from the basket. You can have that. But if you're going to give him too much space and you're going to give him too much time to set his feet and get his follow through, you don't really want to do that against no NBA players because they practice these shots and they work on these shots. And those practice shots, basically what he was taking a lot this game. And he was able to torment and torture the Wizards because they knew that they had to give up something, and he made them pay for that tonight. And so did his teammates, and they played well off of him, and they played well themselves. And that's the type of game that you want to see the Spurs continue to do, especially when Greg Popovich gets back and he's healthy. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too long, and hopefully, he can get a full recover. Praying for you for that, but I also will say we are enjoying what we're seeing through Wemby. He's showing us some human moments, and he's showing us the vulnerable moments, and he's just asking the fans to still stick with him and believe in him because he know he's going to get to those other moments, which is leading teams to championships and medals and stuff like that. And it comes with the territory of being great. And we just got to wait until he gets to that point. But it's still a fun ride. The highs and lows and the ups and downs make you who you are and makes you better sometimes if you think about it and you fix it and you correct a lot of those things. It makes you better as a man, and that also makes you better as a player because the players around you will respect you. So keep doing your thing, Wimby. Keep keeping your head up. Keep playing hard and continue to defend at a high level even if they come at you. Try not to get injured is the best thing to do too because that hurts your growth and that stunts your growth as a player. So he's figuring it out and he's doing the best he can, and he's still having fun out there even though when you have a start like they had, it's not too much to smile and laugh about, especially because they just got back to 500. So it's still time for them to figure things out, and that's the fun part. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I only do NBA content only, and I do breakdowns with footage of legends, current players, and rookies. And I also do conversation videos just like this. So if you like this type of content, check out my other videos on my channel. I have over 2,000 plus already on my channel, and they all high quality. So you'll like them. You'll like what you see, and then become a member or like and share the other videos you do like. And I just appreciate it that you clicked and tried the channel anyway. Y'all love watching what I do and hearing what I got to say. That's why the channel works so successfully over the last 10 plus years. And I'm trying to keep that going into next year and into the next month in December. So we having a great start this month. Let's continue that and do it to the highest level. And I can continue to get where I need to be, and the fans can continue to get the entertainment out of it. Other than that, see you guys later. I got another video coming after this one. So keep watching, keep checking, and keep enjoying the content.